Brother.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Welcome to the Celestial Show. Dude, so you just showed us, like, honestly, the best rap song I've heard in a very, very long time. Like, through and through. And we heard it on the headphones. It's because you were going to show it to us off your phone. And we were setting up for this. And I was just like, oh, dude, no. Just like send it to me and I'll play it on headphones. And as soon as that shit came in, I was like, what the fuck is this, Flo?
Yeah. Bro, like the intro, I run the drums through the pedals.
Oh.
That like weird modulation stuff and the spring reverb. It sounds so sick. And man, like I was just gonna, basically we had this session lined up for this afternoon for some new FMXP stuff we're working on with Ethan, Aristotle Jones. He's a great rapper. And basically we're gonna do like a joint EP.
Whoa.
Together. Yeah, because like the first track was so sick. The one I showed you the other day, that I was like, damn, dude, like it can be like a one-off. Like it cannot be. We need to do some more stuff. And he's super down too. So I was like, okay, maybe I do like 2 or 3 tracks. But then I was like, okay, how's it gonna fit with the more electronic stuff on that I'm also working on? I was like, you know what? Let's just make like one little hip hop EP joint with this guy. And so this afternoon the session was lined up and he was kind of late because he ran into like mad traffic.
Yeah, happens all the time here in this city.
And I was like, you know what? While he's coming, I'll just make like a bunch of drum loops. Like this, he can choose one when he comes in and we can like start building the track. And I was just like playing some drums. I was like, fuck, sounds so good with the new cymbals and shit. I was like, damn, that's cool. And so I got excited and I got one, like this drum loop that is like, I don't know, it's sick. It sounds like a drum machine. Like it legitimately does sound like a drum machine.
MPC.
Yeah.
But it's fat. Like it feels alive though.
Yeah. Definitely. I was so happy with it. I you know what, like I'll just like mess around with the guitar a little bit, and then I messed around. And then I was like, he was like, dude, like it's gonna take me like another half hour or so. I'm sorry. I was like, dude, don't worry. You know what? I'll just bounce you like the whatever, like 2 minutes that I have so far. You can start writing in the car, at least like vibe to it. And he came, it was like, bro, I have the hook. I have like 1.5 verse. Let's get to it. I was like, okay, cool. So I just finished it. There's like a crazy outro, like super rock, super fun. And so we just did it. Bro, like it's insane. So as I was saying, I feel like I'm a passenger in my life kind of these days.
That's great.
Yeah, you're on the right path.
Yeah.
But so like, I just want to like, we can't play it because it's not out yet. I would love to play it, but like his.
We could play some of it.
Nah, we'll just wait. Why don't we have him on? You think
bro,
he'd be down?
definitely, bro. He would be, of course, bro.
He lives out here?
Yeah, he lives here in NoHo.
Oh, good.
He's a sick dude, like sweetest guy, and man, like so talented. Honestly.
So talented.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard rap that makes me feel like that in
Me neither.
like since maybe like high school. Like it sounds crazy, but it's nuts.
No, but for me too, and man, like I'm telling you, he wrote this in his car on the way there.
Yeah,
I'm
half
like,
an hour.
picturing this motherfucker at the red light, like writing rhymes and shit. And it's not like it's not like a 8-bar verse that is like 3 sentences. Like
No.
the first verse has like 153 words in it or something like this.
Crazy.
It's like nuts. I don't know how. Like, it would be super interesting to have him on the podcast to like ask him how his brain functions.
Yeah.
And then we can all freestyle.
I will be on the beatbox duty for me.
That'll be the first Patreon episode.
Yeah, freestyle. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, you gotta pay to see that. I mean, he would probably crush it, honestly. We can just be his backing band.
We would
You'll
not.
be like bass boxing, I'll be beatboxing, you'll
Bass
be
boxing.
guitar boxing.
Bing, bing.
Add some texture. That's all I would do on guitar.
Texture king.
Yeah, exactly. That would be fun.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, that'd be super fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm so shocked, like how you met him and everything. Like, cause, dude, you showed us. We finished a song the other day, and
Crazy song, by the way.
crazy song. Yeah,
Crazy
Distance.
song.
I mean, unreal. Like, yeah, I'm very giddy about it. Bro, it sounds. I don't want to change subjects yet. We'll get back to that. But like, we're at the studio, and we're just chilling. We're all like high on life. Like, we just finished this super dope song, Next Level in the Celestial Journey, and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, let me play this for you. It's like just this rapper I'm working with, and you always like keep it pretty low key in the beginning. Like you weren't like, this is so amazing. Blah, blah. You were just like,
I'm super happy with it, but it's not like how do I say this? I guess working with him is like so free flowing, like so easy
Yeah.
that it takes a second to hit me.
Yeah.
Like how cool it is.
You
Yeah.
just casually make a banger.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's
Oh
a
my
banger.
God.
Like it is to me at least.
It's a
I'll say
banger.
this.
It's a
And-
banger.
and that's all that matters.
That's what's so cool about it. Like I don't know them. Like sometimes people show me music and I have to know them to like it, which is like a bit of a flaw I think
I
of
get
mine. Like
I don't think so. You're just a nice guy, and you want to support people. Like because also like music is a journey. You can like make something now that you're proud of, and it's great for the time, and maybe like 1% of the population is going to resonate with it. And
Yeah.
5 years later, you can make something that you really fuck with,
Yep.
and 20% of the population. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. For sure. But like for you to show me that, I mean, obviously, I'm always impressed with things you do, especially like when you get creative. Like FM is amazing. All the stuff you do for Celestial is amazing. Like you're always part of amazing projects. So I knew it would be good. But once you started rapping, like it's like a flow thing. It's like you told me this a while ago. You said that when you first started mixing and you first started producing, you're like, I just felt like there was always this like small gap between like
Yeah.
I was at like a collegiate level
Mhm.
and there's like a professional level of producing. And we've seen you get to where I think you're at now. It's just like there's no distinguishing that whatsoever. Like, you're a
Definitely
pro. You're a fucking pro, dude. Especially your rap beats.
Thanks.
I mean, like obviously
Yeah.
Celestial, you're amazing. I'm used to hearing Celestial, and I
Right.
have it in my head, and you meet the expectation and exceed it constantly. But when it comes to like the hip hop world,
Mhm.
like I don't know. I love hip hop. I love rap. Grew up listening to a ton of it, but I always liked authentic more.
Mhm.
I mean, I went through my phase. Like I love Juicy J, dude. Like
Yeah, Juicy
bounce
J is
it.
sick.
You know, like
Yeah.
I love, and he's a real one, like for sure. Like I mostly liked. I don't know, like the Mac Millers,
Mhm.
like Atmosphere. I was a huge
Yeah.
Atmosphere fan back in the day, and Odd Future, like all that stuff. Like kind of what was tagged as underground in a little bit, but it was
Right,
still
right, yeah.
mainstream.
Yeah.
But dude, when that dude started rapping, like there's just like a confidence plus like there's like I don't want to use the term real, but it's like authenticity, I guess,
Yeah.
is the best way. Because there's like emotion in it. Like, I don't know. I think I heard like Lunchables in that. Like he's like telling stories about
Yeah,
like
yeah.
reminiscing to things we can all relate to.
Uh-huh.
And it's the way he doubles his vocals. And all these things, I was just
Yeah.
like, man, like I've been wanting that. Like I was saying yesterday, like the world is hungry for something like Celestial.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard
100%.
that, I was like, I'm starving for something like
Yeah,
this.
in the rap
Yeah, yeah.
world for sure.
And it's cool, man. I mean, first of all, thank you. Like, it means a lot to me, because I'm like a hip hop kid. That's what I grew up listening to.
Boom bap.
So yeah, that boom bap.
Boom, bap.
So it feels good to be doing the thing, like just very simply like doing the thing. But you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, I know. What
not
you
that
mean.
complicated, but it. I don't know. Just to give like a shitty analogy, but it's like, okay, you grow up, you play football, and you're like, okay, I'm pretty good at it. I want to pursue that. And then you go to college, and it probably like you feel like, okay, I'm about to do this. But when you enter the NFL and you play your first couple games, you're probably like, oh fuck, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
I think it's a little different. Like in sports, the speed change, and like I didn't
Right.
play college
Yeah,
sports,
yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone I've talked to who has, like I remember my dad saying I think you were there when he was talking about this. We were at Rocco's, but my dad was talking. He played college football, and he said he remembers his first like scrimmage, and
Mhm.
like he said it was like war. Like the sidelines
Yeah.
were just
Oh,
full
yeah.
of people.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, you have
I
guys who are
remember
really
that.
quick, really athletic, but they don't have the awareness
Yeah.
for that
Yeah,
level,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
just get crushed and injured
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's so much more like intense to like
Yeah.
go up in sports. I think music's really the only thing. Like I don't even know if you can compare acting really to where like
Maybe,
you have
yeah.
the freedom of expression plus like
That's true.
all the rewards of, and music is such like it's like, would you describe music as selfless or selfish?
I think both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
both
both.
for
That's what I
sure.
would say too.
Because the reward, like people talk about it a lot, but to me, like even if it's 10 people and they're like cheering and like I get a text
Mhm.
from whoever about like, wow, this is amazing. Like they have no idea the joy like that I
Yeah.
get from that.
Yeah.
And I hope they really enjoy the music. Like that's the goal, right? I want to like put something out there that everyone can enjoy, and that's like the selfless part of it. Like being able to like, I don't know, contextualize, put something beautiful together that everyone can relate to and kind of feels, and that's like a beautiful feeling. But when people like fuck with it and it resonates, like it's such a selfish joy.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I mean, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I think, I don't know. For me, I was never in it to be like famous or to be successful or whatever. I just started doing it quite literally because it was like the only thing I wanted to do at that time in my life, you know.
Yep.
Like, and it was like that was like an outlet.
Did you ever feel when you were growing up? I mean, you guys are both like really well versed in your instrument and like practice like so much, and even to the point where you went to school for it. But did you ever feel like I used to feel like I'd come home from school, and I've always felt this way. Like if I don't do this, I'm gonna be a loser, no matter what it is. Like it could have been like if I don't study, I'm gonna be a fucking loser. And the first thing in my life that I did that with was guitar. I remember thinking like I'd be playing a video game or something for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna be a fucking bum. You're gonna be a loser. You know, if you don't go practice guitar right now. And then I always enjoyed it. It wasn't like a stressful thing, but I had that natural like desire. I don't know what it came from. Yeah, like you said, it wasn't like, oh, I want to be famous, but like I did have a feeling of like I would like to perform in front of a ton of people. Like that'd be really cool.
Share your music with people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I was like, oh, fuck covers, you know, like, all that stuff.
I went through a similar thing.
Yeah, you just had to like, you had to practice. Like it was just in you. Like there's no other choice right now.
Yeah, I'd be in my living room like pretending I was performing in front of people.
Really? That's
just
so
like
sick.
my cat on the couch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, hey, what's up?
What up, New York?
I used to do it in front of a mirror every day. I still
Really?
do
Yeah,
all the time
fuck yeah.
in my living room.
That's good practice.
Practice singing, practice everything, playing without looking at the guitar.
I should have done that.
You have it though. You
Yeah,
already
you're good.
have. You are actually, I think, the coolest looking one on stage. You get into it, I think, like the most freely. I think Neal and I are getting there because we're like still thinking
I
about
will
so
say,
much.
We're still a little stiff.
A little
I will
bit,
say-
but we also small stages. Like once
Yeah.
bigger stage makes
we
a
have,
huge
yeah.
difference.
we have to train.
Yeah, well, we do.
yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And I mean, also, I think drums are like an easier instrument to look cool on. Because by nature, your body has to be moving. So it's like, you know what I mean? It already,
Yeah. I get
something is
entirely what you mean.
happening no matter what. Like, no matter if you're like the worst drummer or the best drummer.
You're
Which,
moving.
you know, but there's like something moving. So I think it helps. And also, I don't know. I mean, for me, I definitely went through like a phase where performing was like very nerve-wracking for me. And nowadays it feels, I don't know, I think I kind of stopped caring. Caring is not the right word because I care a lot about what I do when I perform. But it's like I kind of embarrassed myself so many times that like now it's just like, well, okay, like if you fuck it up, then nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you just get through it. Like if you fuck up,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
everyone fucks up. Like the
Everyone.
biggest artists,
every
like,
single time.
people actually celebrate it. Like when a rapper fucks up. Like you ever know if it's the rapper or like the DJ, and they're like, hold on, start that shit again. Like whatever.
Exactly,
Like
exactly.
that's like performing. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I think as you said, it's part of the performance skill bundle
yeah,
that every performer needs to acquire. Is like the only real failure that you can have as a performer is like mess up and not own it.
yeah. Like lose your
Yeah.
confidence. Like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest fail is when you like look really unconfident doing your thing, like insecure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's like a whole vibe of singers whose basically performance is that.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
kinda, but
Sad
like
boys.
that's like,
Sad boys.
yeah, and sad girls. I
But-
think.
but that's like. I always look at it this way: it's overcoming vulnerability.
Yeah. 100%.
Like that's what I look at that as, and that is its own form of confidence. Like a really good
Yeah.
example of that in rock is Weezer. So like the lead singer of Weezer always talks about he'd have like crazy anxiety attacks, like get so nervous. One of the biggest, dude, their first album, the Blue Album, went crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
their first music I can find. I'm sure,
Crazy.
you know, people listening, if you want to go find something and send it to me, do it. That'd be awesome. But
Do it.
from my perspective, I see, oh shit, dude, I was gonna knock over that surfboard. Look out!
Fuck yeah, that's wild. I didn't know he had that strength in him.
Autobot.
I just saw it like a tower, bro. I'm like, oh my.
Nothing we can do.
Yeah, what am I gonna
Just
do?
have to admire.
Yeah, just see it tumble, see it all fall down.
Good job, Autobot.
Bro, that fucking cat, man. Every episode he makes his appearance, he wants to be part of this.
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad.
He does. He always comes back
he's
up.
in for the selfishness.
Yeah, he is. He wants to perform in
He
front
wants
of
to
all
perform.
the
He's a
ladies.
performer, bro.
Superstar.
Adam.
That's so funny to me. I don't know why. Just
Bang.
yeah, we got this fucking helicopter. It's a good one. Oh my god, that's low.
So
Yeah,
the
it's a
police,
police
yeah,
copter.
and it's fast.
So they're
too.
gonna be circling.
Yeah.
The entire episode. We're just gonna have a helicopter.
Nah, no, he's got a destination,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yeah, I think he's going like fast.
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Weezer. But so yeah, like their first. Imagine if the first Celestial album, like we just all of a sudden, which could happen. Like
Yeah.
honestly, we haven't even put it out
Yeah.
yet. Like it could get like an incredible amount of buzz, and then all of a sudden you're performing in front of not 500 people, but like maybe 5,000 people.
Damn.
You know, I
That'd
mean,
be cool.
what's cool is we're all friends. You know what I mean? And like I think there's a lot of strength that comes from performing with your friends versus like getting people to sign up with you or like what you need.
Headphone cable.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And so like you get a lot of like security, like we're in this together, which is a
Mhm.
really,
Yeah.
really fun part of it. And
Mhm.
like I think that's amazing. But bro, like I mean I say I could do it no problem. And you probably would get the hype. Like you have your great
Yeah.
story you talked about in the podcast of like playing a
Yeah.
pretty big show. But like that would be nerve wracking. Like all of a sudden
Oh,
they're filming
yeah.
it. You're like back in the 90s,
Mhm.
you're like on MTV and you have anxiety.
Yeah.
You're just like a nerd.
I
you know?
mean, what do you think is more difficult though, performing in front of 5,000 or in front of 5?
5.
5.
I mean, I
agree.
can't tell you the difference, but like I've played in front of 400, like
Yeah.
a packed room, and like
It's easier.
way
Yeah.
easier. I remember like I did like a clap thing, you know, like a
Uh-huh.
breakdown. Like,
Uh-huh.
And you actually hear it.
bro, everyone was clapping. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm the man, like
Yeah.
I'm the man.
master of puppets up
Mhm.
here. No, it's just it's an interesting thing, and I think there's a whole. I really resonate with that kind of music. Like Beach Bunny's very much like that. Like female singers in like an emo project or something to me. I mean, like Chappelle Roan, she's huge right now. She's very confident, but at the same time, she's like overcome a lot. And there's like a lot to
Right.
that, and people can relate. That's a very cool form of confidence. I
Yeah,
think.
100%. I mean,
Performing.
it's. I think for me, it's not even confidence. It's like being intentional. You know, like
Like ownership, kind of.
yeah, just like own it.
Yeah.
It at the end of the day, I mean, if you think about it, let's say you're playing at Woodstock and there's like 100,000 people. And you-
99 or the OG?
The OG. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just like
I know.
in a huge
99
place.
would be a shit show.
Or just imagine you're live on TV in front of like 3 million people
Yeah.
and you mess up. Then what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Do you think someone is gonna come behind your back and shoot you in the head? I mean, unless you're
Maybe.
like in a very crazy situation to begin with. Like,
No.
Hit the maybe.
but you know, you're just gonna wake up the next morning and you will still have a house. You will still have like your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You will still have your moog, hopefully,
No.
which I don't.
Wait, yeah, talk about that. It's like you came here all excited about. Wait, you
The moog.
are you excited about selling the Moog, or it's like a?
I mean, okay, I'll say this. I'm very sad because I have like so many memories with this instrument,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I just sold it for like more than twice the price that I bought it for.
Really?
Yeah.
Good shit.
But also, like, I bought this Moog from basically a crackhead.
Nice.
Man, like, it was crazy.
It was stolen for sure.
I don't know if it was stolen, but
Could've been.
man, I remember that. I was watching it for a while on Facebook Market. It was like maybe like 2.5 years ago or something. And the original price was 800, and I was like, okay, I need to save up a bit more. You know, I just save it for later. Then I come back like a week later, it's like 600. I'm like, whoa,
Nice.
that's getting closer. That's getting closer, man. Give it another week, man. I come back, like 3 days later, because I just got paid, I was like, should I just like stretch it, whatever. Man, homie went down to like 350. And so I texted him, I'm like, yo, like, is the unit like functional and stuff? He was like, yeah, it works perfectly. I was like, okay, can I come like check it out today? He's like, yeah, sure. When I go into this apartment, it's like an absolute mess. Like it's a trash can, basically.
Oh,
like,
God.
There's shit everywhere. It smells so bad. There's like coke on the fucking table. The guy's like playing techno music at like an insane volume from one speaker. He has only one speaker. You know, this like Yamaha HS8 or whatever.
He just got one of them.
the other one.
He has only one of them. And bro, like, he's like this massive dude, and he has this glare in his eye that's like so weird. I was like, whatever. Yeah, I was like, whatever. I'm not here for that. I'm just here to get the Moog. So I'm like, oh, where's the Moog? He's like, he pulls it out. I plug it in, and bro, I touch it. It's like all sticky and shit. There's like fucking powder on it. Ew. I'm like, fuck, bro. I just tested. I'm like, okay, whatever. It works. I'll just buy it. So I just buy it for like $350.
What was your feeling like when you were in there? Like, you just want to get the fuck out? Like,
bro, hell yeah.
I know that feeling very
hell
well.
Yeah. I was like, bro, is this guy about to like, I'm gonna like look at this and he's gonna grab me in a chokehold and like
jump you.
take all my stuff, bro. I was like, fuck, bro.
You never know.
But I mean, just I ended up like taking it all apart and cleaning all of it, like completely, like dusting it off. And it was great. I mean, great synth. I learned a lot with it. And so now it is time to replace it.
Yeah.
What are you replacing it with?
I'm gonna get another Moog.
Ooh, a better one?
I mean, it's not better. It's just different. Basically, like similar, like mono synth. It's called the Grandmother, and it has like no presets at all, which I'm so hyped about because then I will. Not that I don't know anything about synthesis, but I'm about to get to the next level because I will have no choice. Like you have no choice, and it's also
help us
like
a lot with Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this also we went to test it with Warren the other day, and we compared it to like pretty much all the other Moogs. And like this one, the bigger version of this one, which is called the Matriarch, and the Model D, like the original Mini Moog, are like the fattest by far.
Wow.
Like the others don't even get close.
Nice.
It's like insane. And it's like semi-modular, so you can like manually patch modules differently. Because synths are made up of modules.
Yeah.
And so you can patch it in weird ways and you can create like completely insane sounds.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm very hyped about it.
Are you gonna like? So this is gonna sound dumb, but when I first got the Supersonic, and I was just figuring it out, now I have that thing fucking dialed in. Like, dude, that thing, I don't even know if I need a distortion pedal. The sound I'm getting out of that,
it's insane. Yeah.
oh my! I don't know if it like maybe the amp had to warm up. Like I have no idea.
Could be.
I'm so
Oh.
This is for the next Patreon episode. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Little acapella.
That'd be nice. A little click clacking.
Click clacking.
But yeah, like what I did when I first got it, when I would find like a tone I liked or a setting, I would take pictures.
Take a picture, yeah.
So like your phone is gonna have a folder. Of
Oh
just,
my
like,
God, yeah.
Pictures. You can put notes on them and stuff too. Because I was like, I would just like, I'll never find this again. There's like 10 knobs on it, and only 3 of them matter. Like when you're doing this, actually.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I
it
mean,
was still-
I think in the beginning it's a very smart way to go about it.
Yeah,
Like,
I never looked at them again. I just kind of kept figuring it. Now it's like
Exactly.
in my brain, like, bro, I'm telling you, like I play it here because it's a tube amp, so it's fucking girthy. Like the thing is loud as fuck. And
It
like
is.
I got neighbors. I think if you've listened to the show before, you know I've had issues with neighbors.
Isn't there like a 5-watt switch in the back?
No,
Oh,
unless it's hidden or something. I've
too bad, little girl.
Well, it's actually fine because what I do, it's really cool because I thought I would only get really, really good tone when it's loud, which is like normally the case. But for my ears, whatever, I literally put it at the tiniest like fraction of a one.
Yeah.
Just to get sound
like
out of it.
0.1.
Yeah, to play it here. And dude, it sounds incredible. Like
Yeah.
that's like how I'm doing it. And I mean, I can't wait to take it to the studio and like let it ring.
Oh yeah.
You know, we'll do that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know this weekend what our schedules.
Well,
look
the
like.
next
We'll
song
figure something.
we're definitely doing
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
brother.
that. Yo, I've been messing around with your rat pedal.
You like it?
Oh my lord, bro.
I'm
This
glad
thing-
you like
this
it.
thing is
Hell
nuts.
yeah. I'm glad it's getting some good use. My pedal board's just been rotting away in the studio for a couple months, so I'm happy to hear you're using it.
Bro, it's actually sick. Like I
Yeah, it's a
I
good
recorded
pedal.
a track with it yesterday, and
Oh, nice.
I used it today too.
In that song you played?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna try to run maybe some drums through it, just to see what it does to it.
So you got to give me 3% of royalties.
So-
Dude, I'm the rapper. That might be worth a lot of money.
in a couple years or
Nah.
in a couple of days. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's his like I guess does he have music out already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hell yeah.
100%. We'll link it below.
Okay. Then
Nice.
if he's cool with it, I would like to use one of his songs for like the intro.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I mean, I'll just do it. If he doesn't, whatever. We'll find out.
Aristotle, we'll talk about it later.
YouTube doesn't like that though. For the video, I can't. I have to
Right,
put
yeah.
celestial music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for like Spotify, they don't seem to really care. Except the only shitty thing is it does get uploaded in mono. Not all of them.
Interesting.
Some of them, I think it's like a size thing.
Oh, okay.
Because when I put, when I put Shades of Blue as the intro for Dylan's episode,
Mhm.
sounds fucking fat. Sounds amazing.
Stereo?
Yeah, stereo,
Huh.
everything good. I did everything right in Logic. Like it's not like I'm
Interesting.
fucking it up.
It's not a setting on the
No.
DistroKid?
No, it's not DistroKid. It's
Oh,
this,
right,
it's
right, right.
Buzzsprout,
Yep.
which is sick. And by the way, thank you so much for everyone listening. This is
Yeah,
insane.
thank you,
Every
guys.
day we have downloads. Like,
Yeah.
which I mean, dude, this is the OGs.
Doing
like,
the thing, bro.
These are
Mm-hmm.
the
Doing the thing.
We haven't put out an episode, and I'll admit it, over a week. Sad. Okay.
Oh, no.
That's really bad. Oh no. And like, but every day I'm seeing downloads, and it's like so fucking cool. People listening to older episodes, like, you know, Nick really helped us out a lot when
He
he
did,
came
yeah.
on. Like his episode got like a bunch of downloads, and I was like, oh man, I hope this lasts.
People
And,
love
like,
Nick.
Yeah, and people watch our YouTube video. They
Yeah.
watch the last one. So like, shout out to you guys. I mean, like, all I can say is like comment, put a review on Spotify. That'd be really helpful. You don't even have to do that, but it would be helpful. But yeah, reach out to us, like engage. It'd be fun to like talk about what people are commenting and shit, what they want to learn and things like that. But like for real, like shout out to you guys. That's really, really awesome that people listen.
Mm-hmm. It's the best.
Yeah, it is cool.
See you next week.
I'd be there, Zan.
Bro, I don't
Auf
even remember what I was saying.
Wiedersehen.
Oh, his music. Yeah. So like,
yeah.
yeah, and they won't, but like, yeah, we'll put his on the Spotify, and then YouTube will just put
Mhm.
Otherworlds. Otherworlds is like
Yeah.
great for
Mhm.
show. Oh, dude, I gotta do another shout out. But like, we got approved for a bunch of like playlists and
Hell
like
yeah.
blogs and stuff today.
Damn.
I know,
bro.
I know.
Doing the thing.
Some very
bro.
flattering comments, too.
Yeah.
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 Bro, that's sick. I mean, bro, your music is sick. Like our music is
Yeah,
sick.
our music. Don't you dare.
No, I mean like
I've done that so much with you. I'll be like, yeah, your song.
And I'm always
You're
like,
always like, our song.
it
Shut
is
up. Which
our
is
song,
true.
bro.
Yeah, no.
It is, yeah.
I'm 1,000% with you. I've gotten it down at this point.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
in your
when-
system.
When For You blows up, be like, yeah, we wrote that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
I
I mean,
was there.
you were actually there for the lyrics.
Yeah.
You helped quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I always feel bad. Sometimes I'll write lyrics like really fast, and I'm always like, oh, I hope Neal doesn't mind. But I love
Not
writing
at all.
lyrics.
I'm just on a slower pace.
For now. You'll
For now.
pick up. I went years without writing music, like really writing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
phases too. I
There
have
is.
I have the same thing. Like right now, I'm like in high, or like I write a lot of music. Like man, I make like 1 or 2 tracks a day.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
It feels amazing, but I know deep down, I can feel it creeping in the moment where I'm gonna be in a session and be like,
You know, you say that, I almost don't believe it anymore. And maybe that's just the world playing a trick on me. Every time Neal and I fucking sit down and write a song,
I agree.
It works.
it's undeniable, bro. And I've had so many moments, and I've probably talked about this before, but like, I've had so many moments where we put down like a rhythm, like a basic thing, and then like Neal's fucked around with some stuff. I can't really think of anything for like maybe 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, I just don't know. And then all of a sudden, Neal just like out of nowhere, just like bam, and I'm like, whoa. And then it's like boom, 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 boom. It just builds up like a, you know,
Yeah. So there's always some sort of catalyst.
it's
Chain
crazy.
reaction.
And I think it's just you just got better. Like I don't think I ever
Definitely,
took writing
yeah.
music as serious as I do now. I don't.
Mhm.
Maybe you did, but probably you weren't as skilled yet or something. Like now
I
you
was
have your own.
definitely not.
In the studio, dude, the energy in the studio is just
It's
so
beautiful.
beautiful.
Man, we
like,
built
Yeah,
this
I
place
love
up
that
so
studio.
nice.
Like
honestly.
working at yesterday at your place was
Nah,
great.
I like our studio better.
But it's different, right? Like
I like ours way
the
better.
Celestial Studio. That's how
Yeah,
I think
love
about
that
it.
Yeah,
studio.
yeah.
You know, the FM studio, the Flow Zinio studio. Like,
Flowzinho.
you know what I mean? Like, it is just.
That's a cool space, guys.
Yeah, it's a
cool
great
space.
spot. Just good vibes.
I think it was me. Just forget about it.
Just amazing vibes.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time I go in there, I'm so happy
Yeah.
to see you. I could be in a weird mood. I could
Yeah.
be in a fucked up mood. I show up there, bro, I'm happy as a clam.
Yeah,
Couldn't be happier.
100%. I feel the
100%.
same. I feel the same. And as we were discussing the other day, like I made the conscious decision now to like not do the stuff that's annoying in the studio. Like I never do admin shit in
Yeah.
the studio. I never do
Smart.
like very long edit sessions in the studio. I just don't do it because I for me it's like a tempo almost. Like
Yeah.
it sounds so like pretentious to say this, but in my mind that's how it's categorized now. It's like the church of like having fun and making good music.
Yeah, and you
dude.
got to defend that.
Yeah, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
100%.
Super important. One time I did my day job there for a little bit because I had to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And I was like, so like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
You really
I
can't bring that energy.
No,
into
you
the
can't.
space.
Like, and I'm happy doing my day job, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's not making music. It's not. And so here, in that setup, this sounds kind of funny, but like when I'm doing my day job, it's daytime, and I don't have any of the lights on or anything. It's just like a plain room kind of thing. I mean, it looks cool still, but when I make music in there, the candles go on.
Yeah, fuck
The
yeah.
light turns
That's a great
on.
way to do it.
You know,
Yeah.
I what I'll do, and it's so fun, is I'll just put on stuff because I need to do this. It's not something I really enjoy because I like to listen to music like whatever I want to listen to. Exploring new music is usually inspired by something, you know, which I don't know if everyone's like that. I hope most people aren't because it becomes kind of like I'm always jealous of people who can just listen to random music and like really enjoy it. For me, like I always have to have some sort of like, oh, I want to listen to this kind of thing.
Mm.
And what I do now before I go into a session at my place is I'll just go to a playlist or like I'll kind of curate a playlist a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it on like 8 to 10 songs that I like or don't know, bands I like or I've heard of or something. And I just close my eyes. And I just sit in that
Yeah.
chair, put my feet up on the little drum stool,
That's
and
great.
just like,
Yes, sir.
and it's so nice because for so long I didn't just sit back and enjoy music,
Mm.
you know? And I do that, and it gets me so pumped up and inspired. You know, maybe I have like a little glass of wine, you know, some
Oh.
inspiration, you know?
Damn,
It's a
son.
French way, huh?
My car is that environment.
Zipfridge.
It's a French way, yeah.
Your car's great too. Yeah.
Car is amazing.
That's where I
Dude.
discover a lot of music. Don't text and drive.
Don't text and drive. Don't
Yeah,
drink
only-
and drive. Don't do anything and drive. Just drive.
Only type in CLSTL into your Spotify.
It's easy. That's why we made it that way. Forward thinking.
Hey Siri, play CLSTL podcast.
Oh, if it does. The other day we were in the studio, your phone kept like you'd say like, "Sir," and it'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Your Siri was going off.
help you?
Shut the fuck up, dude. When I was setting up because we were recording this on a phone. When I was setting it up, it gave me some like new feature option in like the middle when I was practicing a recording of the video, and I was like, Apple, why the fuck would you think?
Yeah,
Why would you do
Yeah.
that?
The anger I have.
Now
toward
is
it.
not the time.
It's like, look at all this cool shit I can do. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Just record this
Ju-
shit. Like,
Just do your old thing well.
Yeah.
That will be enough for today. Thank you.
Once I woke up to a call with 911
Oh,
on my phone.
what?
Yeah. Because it has that like safety feature if you
Yeah.
press both
Oh,
buttons.
no.
if you hold it, that happened to me when I put in that little clamp.
It started calling 911.
It
right?
didn't start calling, but it was like, you
It's
sure
the
you want to-
countdown. Yeah.
Damn.
I went through the full countdown.
Well, that's good to know. Wait, how do I do this? If I ever go buy a Moog from a crackhead again,
It's just both buttons at the same time, I'm pretty sure.
I might do that. You know, I might like hold all the buttons down.
Yeah.
Bro, so like speaking of like being in places, it's just funny like the impact that has on me. I don't know if everyone has that. Like I've been noticing more and more recently. I'm very into like I talked about this before, like meditating, journaling, like
Yeah.
all that stuff, like assessing, like because you can look at it and you can see, oh, this is who I am. How can I change like little parts of me? It's much easier if you do that versus just kind of. It's like if you have a bunch of tasks. You know, write it
Right.
down because you're
Yeah.
gonna lay there in bed and think about all the shit you have to do.
Yeah.
You write it down, somehow magically
True.
kind of goes away.
Mm.
So, anyways, I've been like doing that, and I wonder if it's like people always say, like, "Oh, I'm an empath," you know, and like sometimes they like, they get real into it, like especially like girls, like Ellie or something. It's like a thing in like I don't know, your sign and stuff. It's like, oh, I'm an empath or whatever. But I feel like I am like super sensitive to people's vibes or energy, if you want to go down that road, and places especially. Like it's so heavy on me, and I get affected by it. Like one time, I had to drop my car off. I forget why, but anyways, and this dude had to pick me up to go to the rent-a-car place. And when he did that, like just being in his car and this guy, bro, I got sick to my stomach. I couldn't tell
just
why.
The energy.
It was just this, like I felt like this guy just like killed his wife or something.
Yeah.
Some people have crazy energy.
You know,
Hopefully not.
I hope not for her sake, but this dude was like, it seemed evil. This guy could have been the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah, no, but I see what you mean.
You know, and so when I'm in those places, when I leave, it affects me so much. And with that song we made yesterday or a couple of days ago with the lyrics, I showed Neal, and it's kind of like a little, if you want to break it down to its most basic format, it's like a kind of breakup song or like, you know, I don't know. And I played it for you, and you're like, bro, is everything okay?
Yeah,
I'm just like,
because I mean, typically you're writing about more personal experiences. This is one of the first songs that you've really kind of like gone into the territory of a story that's not necessarily about like your experience.
yeah.
Right? Because it's
for Celestial, yeah.
Yeah, because most of the Celestial songs you've written so far are about like emotions you've experienced.
Yeah, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I don't fully understand that, because I think being around different kinds of energies like that and being affected by it, you will, like that song came from maybe something like that. I don't know what it came from exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe it came from like me 10 years ago. I have no idea. But it's a really beautiful song about like, you know, sort of like the frustrations of realizing you're stagnant with somebody and then making the decision to like leave. And I'm not in that position at all.
No.
But like, I think there's value as an artist in being that type of way. But that's maybe where like a lot of discomfort or anxiety or pain comes from with certain artists. Like I think as an artist, you're opening yourself up to things in the world that maybe most people aren't open up to.
Well, yeah, being willing to feel the emotions of other people from experiences that aren't your own, like, can be very overwhelming, because oftentimes you got more than enough going on in your own life to take on that from other people's lives. Even if it's not about someone specific or you don't know exactly where it came from, you're still kind of taking on that feeling when you put it into a song.
I totally, and people you're close to too. Like, I don't know if like you're like when your grandma passes away or something like that. It's like obviously you're very sad, but like your parents, you know, it's like a whole new level of like, wow, like life changing. This is insane.
Yeah.
I think like going through that before has like really affected me in a way where I'm like, what is going on? You know, and or like it's just funny. Like we really all are connected in this weird way, and I can't imagine what it's like to be like not, essentially. Like there are some people who don't have that. Maybe they don't have that ability. Maybe they're closed off to that. But for me, it's like it's so heavy.
It
like
is heavy.
Like if leaving, like if I were in a place like that would fuck with me for 2 days.
The Moog guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Part of it's funny. You laugh it off and you make sense of it, right?
Yeah.
You talk to your friends, you hang out, and, you know, you have a normal day and you're like, oh, I'm back to normal. But like, man, I've been places where I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I get it.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can
Definitely.
affect you.
Yeah.
Like subconsciously.
That
sticks with you,
subconsciously.
yeah.
And that's where I think great music comes from.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
You
subconscious.
can tap into that.
Yeah, and you get better and better at that. You know, I have a question. So when you're making a beat, is there like, because when I hear that dude's song you just showed us, what's his name again?
Aristotle Jones?
Aristotle Jones. Wow, it's a
I love
That's
that
a crazy name.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. Aristotle, let's go.
wow. Like, are you thinking of like a mood, like when you do that, or is it just like?
Yes. But I
BPM?
would say like, interesting. It's not, there's not like one formula fits all.
Yeah.
For example, when I write for FM Experiment, I try to consciously depict a mood. Like I say, for example, like the new stuff we're working on right now, I have like a sonic idea of what I want it to be. Like the new kind of like electronic EP I want it to be like a little drum and bassy. I want some like very vintage sounding stuff with like a modern glow type thing. And then what I usually do is like, for example, this one track that we worked on the other day, I was like, okay, I want something like slightly dark and like meditative in a way.
Yeah.
So I'll just like mess around.
Real quick before you go on, did it used to be you would just start and then determine it from there, and now you're getting to the point where you're having a predetermined, like, I know what kind of like vibe I want to give?
Yes, but sometimes, like for example, today, the beat that I made, I had like no. I just most of the time I have like a sonic idea in mind. Like for today, we both, like me and him, we both love J Dilla, and we're like, oh, bro, want to make some Dilla shit, you know? So I was like, okay, like, I mean, I've listened to him a bunch, so I was like, okay, like I want like this type of drums, like very like gritty sounding, very dirty, and I want like, you know, like a lot of different textures, and I want like some randomness. So like the drum loop is like maybe 14 bars or something, which is kind of odd.
Ooh, that's cool.
And not all of the chords like hit at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of on purpose. Like some are like anticipated, some are not. But it's not always the case. For me, like, I will say like there's like a lot of subconscious things when I create. When I work for other people, then my brain works in reverse.
Bro, I can't imagine that.
What do you
That's
mean?
what's so challenging about it.
But and in the beginning it was super challenging, and now it's like it used to be scary almost. I would go into like a session and be like, okay, like they want me to make some like dark pop with like this type of atmosphere, and they like this key, like for example, I don't know, like E major that I never fucking use. You know what I mean? And I would be like so scared, like, oh, how am I gonna do this? But now it's like just like a little mini game, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little mini game. I listen to like a bunch of references, and I'm like, okay, like they do drums like this, like the bass typically sounds like this, and then so I, in a way, it's more like I think of it more like a painter that I have. Let's say like today the colors that I have are like green, like light green, purple, and like
you know
yellow
what's so
or something.
interesting about that is when I listen to music a lot of times, like what I was talking about in my studio, when I close my eyes, I see like a stereo spread kind of like in my head.
A little synesthesia going on.
And like things that are spread, like synths and stuff will be like really spread, and like dark purples coming out of like corners. And then like I'll have like whatever's center, like yellow come down, whatever color is associated.
That's
but, like,
amazing.
I'll see that and I'm like, it's the most fun thing in the world.
That's great.
Like
it is,
to do that, and only the songs I like some songs I can't do. It's too complicated sometimes. Like I'll be like, thinking about it, but it will naturally happen sometimes. And so I think I can kind of relate, I guess.
I mean, I think everyone can relate, because I think you were saying earlier, like coming back to like the feeling and like environment impacting you and stuff. I think a lot of that stuff is subconscious. Like I think as a musician, like you learn skills, right? This is like hard science in a way, you know, like, okay, like C major scale is like all the white notes. Okay, that's like hard science. If you use another note, it's another scale. It's hard science. It's like yes or no answer, binary. You develop all of that, and then when you go to create, you tap a lot into the subconscious. Like you do something on accident, and you're like, fuck, that's so cool. And that makes me think of this, and that makes me think of that, you know, or like I don't know, like you pick up your guitar, and homie who used it last time, like tuned it in fucking open D, and you hit a chord and it's like completely not what you expected, and you're like, oh, wait, actually, oh, maybe like,
Sounds
oh.
great. Yeah.
You know, so I think
that's what we were doing with a couple of songs we made for Celestial.
Yeah, the next one we're going to work on. We tuned it down for that.
Oh, it's like
Open
what
D.
even
That
is
was an
that?
idea you had before we tested it, though.
Well, no. Well, I guess
you came up with that, I guess, in normal tuning, and then we wanted it down.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than like
There's another song like I think I've showed you both, but it's the one I kind of like. I didn't not rap on.
I remember
but like
you were messing around in
F major 7.
Yeah. Cool
so that's
tuning.
there, and so is the She Said It, that song.
Oh, She Said It's in that.
It.
Oh, I
That's
forgot.
in that F major
Oh,
7
wow.
tuning. Yeah,
Cool.
And because exactly what you're saying, it was like I've been playing so much routine shit, and like I noticed like especially in solos, when I would write solos for Celestial, I was like, man, I'm always ending up around here. I think like the Otherworld solo and the Something Real solo they're not similar, but I will start playing the Otherworld solo and then finish playing the Something Real solo. And I'm like, fuck, I can't do that, And so I just noticed this, consistency in writing, and I was like, I'm gonna try this.
Change it
like,
up.
Emo tuning.
Switch it up. Yeah.
And bro, and I can't even make chords, but the chords they use for that are so beautiful. And I was like, wow.
And you
that's
don't
so
know what
cool.
it is.
No fucking clue.
And on my own stuff, I love to write on the piano, and that is entirely because I don't know what's going on.
But that's a fact.
If I start on the guitar, I know what's happening,
exactly,
and I can analyze it, and it's almost automatic. I'm like, oh, this has been done before, or some thought like that. But on the piano, I don't. I mean, I know the keys. But unless I really dive into it, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going off of like
feel, like
pure feel,
like instinct.
Yeah, pure mood.
Yeah.
Like, this sounds good.
Yeah,
I don't care what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it sounds good.
Oh yeah, Neal.
That's such a great thing to do.
That's fucking sick. That's why writing on synth is so fun.
Yeah.
When you make some synth shit, dude. If you told me, like, if I wrote really cool, like, I have two things to say. If I wrote a really cool thing on acoustic, and like a full song with like a shaker, like a folk song, right? Like a little drum or a train beat, like all that stuff, and made it like exactly how I would imagine a cool song to go. Writing lyrics to that would be impossible. I couldn't do it. But a Celestial song with all the synths and like, dude, I've been like practicing singing to like while playing some of the new songs we're working on.
Nice.
It's so difficult.
It's hard,
because we're using some it's like because I'm writing differently, and because of all the elements you bring, like it's just totally changed, and it's so easy now. Like kind of what you were saying about Aristotle Jones.
Aristotle
Jones.
Fucking amazing.
My man.
I love that.
Oh my god, dude! I can't wait to meet this fella. But like, just I don't know, just writing to something that's like being able to write something like that is, I think, a new skill of mine. And I writing in my car, like just driving, and like hearing it like over and over again on my car, and just like it's dangerous as fuck. But like, I'm like, oh, and I just like blah 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 blah. I wrote the Wonder lyrics that way.
In the car?
Yeah, in the car. I was honestly hungover. I was very hungover.
Honestly hungover.
Yeah, like dude.
Can I be honest for a sec?
Yeah.
I need to take a technical break.
Let's take a little break.
Right.
We're
All
good.
right.
I'll make sure the video is still fucking going. If it's not, I'm
Pause.
gonna call Apple and freak the fuck out.
Hey, Apple.
Hey, Apple.
Begin.
We back.
Clap.
Yeah. No, it's really fun actually doing the video and like lining it up exactly to how my mouth moves.
Yeah.
Not fun at all.
Zoom right in.
Yeah, I had to do that last one. It works fine. It's good.
Yeah. Been doing a good
But
job.
we'll be clapping soon.
Clapping.
That's the
Yeah,
next
you gotta
level.
clap, bro.
Yeah, thank you
Nice
for doing
little
that. We should have done that in the music video.
Oh, no
I've
doubt.
spent 8 hours lining those up. Like, also learning DaVinci. Like, and I'm not doing it anymore. Tom's gonna do it. Like, he'll do a much better job than me.
Yeah.
But like, we talked.
No,
about
but bro,
that a
like
little
the clapping is really, it's like the easiest way to sing it.
bit. Yeah. We need one of those little like. I think Ellie has one of those.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Take 78, also known as take 1.
That's funny. So on our break, we were talking about like how gear inspires you, and Neal had a question for Flo about synths and like what is like a nice soft synth and
Define
atmospheric.
soft synth. Like
It's not harsh.
not
It's very
harsh.
kind of mellow.
So for listeners,
Lo-fi.
real quick for listeners, like a synthesizer, we always think of things like I don't know, like The Weeknd. He uses like the 80s kind of vibe, like a
100%.
bunch of synths, and there's some synths that are like very harsh, and they're like EDM has like very intense synthesizers, like
Yeah.
like that
very
kind of stuff.
I
bright.
like the more soft synths, soft pads.
Yeah, and when you're first starting to create a sound on synth, like the first sound you're gonna hear from a basic setting is just like a basic computer noise. It's like
yeah, and it can be very harsh. It can be very, very
and then you
harsh.
have to like change the wave and then like adjust a bunch of
I've been
stuff.
downloading a lot of free synths and just going through the presets, and it's just always like, especially with headphones, just piercing. And
Yesterday you did a really
Yeah.
good job with dude, I wish I
the
could play
Stock
that.
Logic.
Yeah, but
I
what is
like
that?
one. It's called the Ensemble synth.
Oh my god, I love
that
that.
Logic has. That's a great synth. That's kind of the sound I love. Is that vibe, kind of like synth string esque.
Yeah. I mean, I would say like for me now I don't really rely on the gear too much. I mean, especially for synths. I think if you're talking about like subtractive synthesis, meaning like you take off,
You filter.
yeah, like essentially filtering, yeah.
Yeah.
I think any synth can sound soft, even Moogs. But I would say, do you want to get like an analog thing or like a digital thing, like a plug-in?
I mean, a plugin, but it can
Plug-in?
replicate an analog
Right,
synth.
yeah.
I'm not really in the market for an actual physical synth right now.
Well, I would say like there's one that I really enjoy that is called the BA1
Okay.
by
Oh, yeah.
Baby Audio.
I think we've used that one together.
Could be, yeah. I love this synth.
It's a
very cool.
plugin, or you have the
It's a
physical
plugin.
synth?
No,
Okay.
no. I only have the
BA1.
Quark so far. Maybe tomorrow
Right
the
now, yeah.
grandmother, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Grandmother.
Neil, we were using that synth a lot. You had like a plugin.
Omnisphere?
No. It was like,
Omnisphere has a lot of
Serum?
really great synths.
yeah, no. It wasn't Omnisphere or Serum. It was a. You would actually pull up. It was like red and black. It was like a big keyboard looking thing.
Oh, Juno?
The Juno?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the Juno quite a bit.
Yeah.
Dude, Juno had some great
I
sounds.
just want more.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Next year I'm getting one.
Yeah.
I will
That's the
con-
first analog synth I'm going to get is a
Bro,
Juno.
it's
It's
so
my
sick.
Hold
favorite.
up.
Hold up.
I want to buy it because I want something like that. Like the Juno, from the experience we've had, like I will buy that. You guys, like you've bought a lot of stuff for the studio and everything, and like you have all your gear. Like I want to buy that.
Yeah. That's the
Juno-
first
bro,
one
my-
I'm gonna
like,
get.
I will get that whenever you want. Like I will literally get that within. Actually, wait,
Tomorrow,
are they
bro.
like
Famous
how-
last words.
how much are they?
Careful.
Sorry, I got inspired. I've had 4 beers in an hour. How much are Junos? Like $3,000?
Great
Depends
question.
probably, right?
I think
'Cause you
there's
can get
like
different models.
Yeah, there's
and-
like a million versions. I'm not like a Juno.
What's the
connoisseur.
famous one? The 6?
I think 106, like the 6
Something
and the
like that,
106. I'm.
If they're
please-
like
yeah, if someone knows in the
In the
comments,
comments.
just let us know all your advice.
if you want to
Yeah.
sell one, let me know.
If there's like a
For real?
Juno connoisseur,
Have you ever tried the Jupiter?
I like that one. too.
no, I've never.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Dude.
we've used that one
Yeah.
too.
It's also
I
like
like that one.
$36,000.
Not surprised.
That's what we were looking up. Okay, yeah, okay. Cool.
Is
cool,
that the one you were talking
No,
about?
no, no. But
Jupiter?
no. I mean, like.
Oh,
both.
but I like looked up an analog Jupiter
Yeah.
to show you.
You
Yeah,
told
Juno
me.
and Jupiter are the first ones I'm gonna get.
That's.
I
okay.
like it even more than a Prophet to get really geeky
I don't know if I know Prophet.
because I don't use it
Okay,
as much.
I see. Yes, Neil is my access to the synth world.
And
Since then,
I'm no expert compared to some people.
Yeah, I think the very famous one is the 6,
Okay,
Juno 6,
how much do those go for?
like 16 to 1900.
Oh.
fuck yeah, dude!
I thought you were about to say like 4K or something.
Well, yeah, like that's the reissue. I think if you get like a vintage
And
one, they're like
original. Yeah.
yeah, they're
Nah.
like more expensive.
No.
But man,
that's-
I will say, the other day with Warren, we went to this very cool synth shop.
is it the one in Burbank?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know of
perfect
it.
circuit.
Yeah.
Does it smell like a crystal store?
No, bro, it's actually amazing, bro. Like, you enter, it's like so clean. There's like synths everywhere. There's headphones everywhere for you to
Oh.
try everything. There's candy. You can take as much candy as you want.
Oh,
There's like a
Just
little
candy
fridge
and
where you can buy
synths.
drinks and shit. It's like
like alcohol?
I'm not sure. I think you can buy beer.
Oh
yeah.
my.
It's like a barbershop
God.
when they have beer.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think it's like that. That was their thinking. It's like, oh, we want a place where like people who genuinely love synth come, hang out, try like everything they want for as long as they want.
Why have I not been here? I've known of it too.
Well, brother,
I just
let me
haven't
tell you,
been.
like, go with caution because you will want to buy
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
John, we going?
Yeah. We'll do that.
And bro, I tried the Juno there. And of course, I've like played some Juno, like a lot of plugins, and I
Mhm.
think I have a friend who has one, but I think it's like one of the reissue ones. But I played like an old one there. Wow.
Well, the new ones
Wow.
become old eventually.
Yeah.
Like, you ever
That's
think about
true.
that with guitars? Like, I always,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
dude. So, you know what's funny? This
What?
is like along the same vein. So I've been talking shit about like my Fender Redondo acoustic forever. I'm like, it's great. Thing's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good
It is
shit.
great. It's a slinky acoustic guitar. It feels super comfortable. Blah blah blah. You can beat it up. Thing's awesome. Dude, I played Dylan's fucking Martin.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a nice
yeah.
guitar.
Bro,
yeah.
I touched it for 30 seconds and
You loved it.
I looked at I was like, what is this? And it's like Martin. I was like, of course it is. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Of
today
course
I was
it
literally
is.
like,
I don't think it's a crazy one, but
No.
it's a standard issue Martin.
I was
Still
looking
a nice
today.
guitar. He bought it used, but it's a great guitar.
Bro, I need to buy one of those. I was like,
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing felt so unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I've played a lot of really nice guitars. That one specifically, it's like that thing I've
Interesting.
talked about.
You
Like,
should
I played
talk to him about it.
I
Yeah.
played a bunch of Martins. I played Taylors. I played like really, really expensive guitars. They don't all sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
They don't all
Absolutely
feel
not.
the same,
Yeah.
even close. Like, that one felt
Yeah.
different.
And he's not getting his guitar set up on the regular, so that's.
Well, those stick around. Like,
Oh yeah, acoustics especially.
yeah, they'll last. Although the Redondo needs a fucking
Yeah, all my instruments.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
that thing sounds like. I mean, I recorded Better Days on it, and it sounds good, but it also like I can tell.
It's chonky.
Not
That's what
in
I
Better
like
Days.
about it, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
play it like that because
Yeah.
it can afford it.
Yeah.
Like, you can really
It's
hammer
meant for
it.
that
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the front bottoms use that.
Yeah.
It's like super cool
Yeah.
for that reason. Super comfortable. I can play that almost like an electric, but your electric skills will degrade if you play too much acoustic, no matter what the acoustic is.
Mhm.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
So now really all I play is the Gretsch. But
The Gretsch.
yeah, dude. And it's funny, like you would sense or anything like pedals. Like, dude, once you like a nice electric guitar, I want 5 more. Like, it's
bro.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I found myself looking at
It's a
PRSs.
rabbit hole.
I found
Into
myself looking at a PRS the other day.
Oh, you used to really not like him.
I still don't really like them, but I'm like, that'd be really cool to have. You know, like,
It looked
be.
really nice on my wall.
You're gonna get the John Mayer signature PRS.
dude, no. No, I'd get the American Strat before I got that.
Yeah, you're not a Strat guy either, really.
I am. I like them a lot. I just played a Strat style guitar the majority of my life,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know.
Want to try something else?
Yeah, and the Telly was a perfect entry to electric
Yeah.
guitar. That Telly's great.
Telly's great.
I gotta get that one. I just gotta get it restrung. It's
Yeah.
been sitting in the studio forever.
Yeah, courtesy of me.
No, courtesy of fate, brother.
Yeah.
That's how it
For real.
works.
Yeah, that's true. That was the decision that led to us getting the Gretsch,
Exactly.
actually.
It's
Wow.
all part of the plan.
It's
Have we
all
st-
part of the
told the
plan.
story of the Gretsch?
Oh, we
on the
can again.
podcast?
I don't care. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're about to work on some music. It's a rainy day in California. This was pre-fire.
Pre-fire.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think it was,
yeah.
Before Christmas.
100%. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was last year, like end of
Yeah.
last year.
It was a sprinkly rainy day
Yeah.
then because
It wasn't that bad, but it was
was a
raining.
little-
For
well,
LA, it's, whenever it rains. It's
I remember
raining.
For
leaving-
LA, it was tropical storm.
Yeah, exactly.
alert.
Yeah.
an atmospheric river, as they say. It's just fucking rain.
Shout out to all the LA drivers. You guys are amazing.
I'm the fastest.
Never change.
Yeah,
Never change.
I'm the fastest on the road whenever it's raining.
Well, you gotta be careful. I was like that for a long time.
Oh yeah.
and then I spun around.
Dude, I literally, like, I didn't do a full 180, but I was like, I did something
Wow,
close.
holy
And I was in the
shit.
Jeep, the Grand Cherokee, with like the snow tires and all the shit I
Wow,
had.
it still swerved.
Oh, bro, because
Damn.
the roads, when it doesn't rain, the roads get all that grease all over it.
Oily.
Mm.
So it's like, it's almost like driving on like even
Ice.
snow.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Wow.
But also, snow tires are like notoriously super bad in the rain.
Huh.
They're
Oh,
like very
never
bad.
knew.
Yeah, they're extremely bad in the rain.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know this because I did a full 180.
Oh wow, bro.
That's the day that I learned. And then I
Yeah.
went home. I was like, Dad, I did like a full 180. I was like, oh, did you touch anything? I was like, no. I was like, professional level 180.
Yeah,
I was
for
like,
real.
yeah. Do you still have your snow tires? I was like, yeah. I was like, you dumbass. Winter is done. Go get that shit changed.
Wow, never knew.
Bro, I've never had enough money to like just switch tires throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like, well, these are my summer
I haven't
tires.
changed my tires since I got my car.
Well, the
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
no, but
I
the
just think
good
it's so
thing is
funny.
you can just get a set for the winter. You can use it the winter after. if you didn't like damage them too much.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, also here the question doesn't even arise. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
not
tires,
really.
yeah.
it's like what the fuck is winter here?
Yeah.
But be careful driving around
But
like
yeah.
that.
No, I'm not crazy, but I'm definitely like in my element.
Yeah. So the when we got the Gretsch, it was kind of cool. We've been having this common theme, especially in the last episode. If you listened, go listen if you haven't, because it's really really fun with Warren. Warren came in clutch, dude. He's so good, man. Having Warren around is the best.
Yeah,
we have
he's
the best crew in the world. But
Yeah.
so we were talking about the
Gretsch.
serendipity. Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
again,
the
the
whole
Gretsch,
the
yeah.
common theme of serendipity, and just things that kind of happening that makes sense, whether we just make the most of it or it's kind of like meant to be in a way. Like I'm just like, life is just really good right now. And so I show up at the studio and you were fucking around with the telly. And
Yeah, we had just recorded the next song we're gonna work on actually, which
Hell
in
yeah.
the bridge of that song, we tuned it down 3 notes, which
Yeah.
is a pretty dramatic
Oh yeah.
tuning.
What was it?
and
Like drop C, drop
I don't
B?
know.
I have no idea.
The lowest string is typically an E, and we brought it down to like a.
C, D, E.
C sharp
yeah.
or
It was like
something.
drop C, I'm pretty sure.
It was low. It was really low.
It
So-
sounds fucking awesome. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, it's an
Yeah.
amazing part of the song. But
Yeah.
I got back to the studio and it was still in that low tuning, and I'm tuning it up, but I should have been more cautious. I just didn't know. I was just tuning it regularly, but I should have been more slow with it.
they were ready to go.
Right.
It was like
Yeah.
2-year-old strings.
Yeah, exactly. But I was
had their
just
good
like,
life.
yeah, I was just like another day, like, yeah, exactly. And
Bang.
all of the
Snapped?
strings were fine until I got to the highest string and just instantly snapped.
Oh fuck.
And,
Yeah, and it was so funny. I show up and Neil was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry."
No, I
And I'm-
called you.
Oh yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
"I'm so sorry," and I was like, "What the fuck, like, dude? That happens all the time."
Yeah,
Like,
I
you're-
gave you like a warning. I was like, John. I made it seem like it was like
John.
really bad news, probably, which is something I would do. I was like,
you do that.
yeah, sometimes I'm like, dude, it's a tragedy. But anyways, you were like, all right, let's go to Guitar Center and check out new guitars.
Yeah, because I was in the market. I've been talking to my boy. God, I forget his name. It's been too long since I've talked to him from Guitar Center.
Yeah.
Craig.
I don't
We'll
know.
just name it Craig.
Well,
I was gonna
cooler
say
than that.
Spencer.
Spencer.
Kind of like a
Look,
Spencer.
Yeah,
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
I think his name's Nick.
Nick.
Anyways, Nicholas was telling me on the phone. He was like, "Yo, you should try Gretsch," and I was like, "Eh." I was like, "Those aren't like whatever." Like, because I was telling him I want like a humbucker sound, but I played Les Pauls, and I don't know. Les Pauls are amazing, but they make so much noise sometimes. And I've been playing a Telly, and so I don't know. My logic may not have made sense, honestly, but at the time, it just felt like Les Paul wasn't as versatile as I wanted. At least the ones I had played. So I was like telling him, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about putting like a humbucker on the Telly, but I can't decide between a bridge or a neck pickup. And I don't really want to tear apart my Telly for this. Like, I don't know. Like and I was looking at Reverend guitars because they have some cool models like that, and they're kind of unique. You don't see them a lot. But I played one, and it just felt like a Toys R Us guitar. And by the way, Reverend, if you ever want to sponsor me, I will delete that
Love
immediately.
you guys. Yeah, cut that
A
out.
lot of really
Edit,
good guitar
edit.
players play those.
So he recommended Gretsch
Yeah.
even before we went to
So-
Guitar Center.
And it was cool. The way he did it was really cool because he was like, he's a great salesman. I'll give him that credit because he made me spend a couple extra $1,000 last year that I didn't want to spend for sure. And I hit him with all right, bro, this is the last money you're getting, like the last few dollars you're getting out of me like
He's
this
like,
year.
sure.
That's literally what he's like, we'll see about that, bro.
No way.
He
Wait, he
said
actually said that?
Just like that. We'll see about that, bro.
We'll see about that, bro.
That's funny.
He called me on a Thursday before I bought the Supersonic because I was like telling him like, yeah, I kind of want a Supersonic, you know. And he calls me and he's like, hey man, I'm actually leaving for vacation tomorrow, and if I could get you approved for that Supersonic like on your gear card or whatever. And I was like, nah, dude, like it's cool, like I'll just wait. Like, we have a show coming up, but like I'll probably just wait. Like I want it dialed in. He's like, well, what if I can give you like $600 off? And I was
That's
like,
a great deal.
well, brother, you know.
Let's talk.
That's a fantastic deal.
I will give
You have
you
5
my-
minutes?
Yeah. Within 5 minutes, I was giving him my credit card number over the phone. I'm like, can you get shipped to me faster for free? He's like, yep. I'm like, dude. And so he,
Good man.
I don't know how their commission works, but I hope he bought like a few extra drinks or something
Yeah,
wherever
me
he was
too.
going.
He definitely did.
He's fucking cool, man. Shout every time. So, anyways, it's like kind of I don't want to prelude too much, but so yeah, I picked Neal up. or we drove separate. I don't remember. Whatever.
No, we went together.
Yeah, and we go to this Guitar Center because our Guitar Center here in Sherman Oaks flooded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a pipe burst?
Yeah, the ship went down, dude.
Yeah, so
it was crazy.
Big time.
It was so devastating because that thing is so convenient.
Yeah.
You know, it's so nice. They got everything there. It's massive. But there's one over by the studio. It's like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
And so we just head there, and I'm fucking around with guitars. And Guitar Center's, it's funny because Guitar Center is called Guitar Center. There are thousands of guitars there, but I notice like they'll have like, I don't know, like
generic stuff.
But
yeah,
generic,
it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was also looking at those Chinese guitars. Do you remember what those were called?
No.
Oh, they were so cool. I forget. I've talked about it before on this, but anyways, like I was looking at very unique guitars, and one of the ones I was looking at was a Fender Starcaster.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, these things look awesome, like semi-hollow body. They got the humbucker on the bridge. Like, this is probably what I want, you know. And they're big, you know, like so, like the bigger body. I noticed my thick ass with the Telecaster. It looks a little small on stage, so I wanted a heftier guitar. And so I was like, oh, these are cool. Tom DeLonge plays one. He has a signature. I'll just check these out. Bro, I played one. It felt like a Toys R Us guitar.
Yeah.
Like what are those? Remember those Walmart guitars when we were kids? What were those called?
Don't know.
It wasn't a Fender, but it was like Starcaster or something. It was like
Squires?
No, it wasn't even a Squire. It was something else. It was like Shredcaster or
Oh,
something.
Shredcaster.
Yeah. And so I'm playing I've tried one of those. I'm like, this is insulting. Like you know, I'm not like too much of a geek on guitars, but you just know like this thing feels like shit. Like could, I mean, if you like polished it, repolished it, made it non-sticky, like whatever, all the things you'd have to do to make that thing feel good, it still wouldn't feel right. That's how it felt about those. So I was like kind of discouraged and messing around, playing a few things. And then
you were pretty ready to pack it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not spending money today.
Yeah.
This is dumb. We'll
I
just
was
get
on
some
a
strings.
mission though.
Yeah.
I was more excited than you were.
Yeah. And then you just come over with the most beautiful guitar I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, whoa. And the action was like super low, which I'm
very
a little
slinky.
I'm a little slut for low action. I'm not gonna lie. Like even if it buzzes a little bit, I'll enjoy playing
I mean,
it.
this one was really low.
It was unplayable.
Yeah.
That's definitely. But dude, I was ripping it, and I was playing it with one of those Boss pedals too.
Super massive or whatever.
Metal Zone.
Yeah, Metal Zone.
Great pedal.
Yeah, Metal Zone M2, I think is what it was. I gotta get one of those. And I start playing it, and within like 30 seconds, I was like, wow,
Pretty much
this
sealed
thing's.
the deal.
And then I think went and recorded with it in its current state, and it sounded sick. I forget. We played I think we did the high guitar part.
Yeah,
like,
we did some of it.
like some texturing.
Yeah, because the low strings were pretty much unusable, but we could use some of them.
Yeah, and it was just awesome. Got it tuned up, and my God, like I love my Telecaster so much. That thing is just, it'll be with me forever. I'll be buried with all my instruments. My goal is to not sell unless it's like I'm ready to just upgrade the exact version of that. Like with synths, I would sell because it's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Amps, I could see myself selling at some point, but not the supersonic. But whatever. But that guitar, like the Tele, will go with me to my grave, and the Gretsch will too. Like, and when I see it on the wall, it's such a pretty instrument.
It's a pretty
Yeah,
guitar.
the detail.
Yeah, it's a very pretty guitar.
The only thing that sucks about it is it has it's got like the Bigsby, like little. It's not a whammy bar, but
Like
it's
the-
like
It's got a big
Vibrato.
whammy bar.
a tremolo bar. I don't know what
it's
they
a
call it.
whammy bar.
It's like the flat ones.
Yeah, it's a big one. I don't
Anyway.
mind that.
No,
personally.
that's really cool. I like it a
Yeah.
lot, and it sounds cool, but it will go out of tune super fast. And so
I
I had
see
to
what
get
you're
it tuned up. We put a new like roller bar or whatever on it, and it's pretty good now. It's not quite where I want it. It's
I
like
think it's great.
80%. It just has that thing where like something's off with the neck a little bit, so like I'll tune it in like standard, and then when I go up, it sounds like a little out of tune if I'm playing in like higher.
Like the intonation.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a slight amount.
It's an easy fix though.
Yeah, well, it should be, but like I don't know. I did get it tuned up, and they didn't catch that, so I was like, oh, the best guitar setup place in LA, I cannot find. I had it. I went there. I took my Tele there. I took my Redondo there, and like they were the coolest people. You know, you walk in, it's like a closet in there, pretty much. Guitars, amps everywhere, just stuffed. You know. And they did such a good job. They were super cool, and I can't find them. I've looked at everything on Google. I don't know what happened.
Did they leave? I thought they were
No.
on Ventura
No, they are over by where you used to live.
in North Hollywood.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where this place is.
They're like a Fender shop. Like
Yeah.
Gretsch's
Not
Fender.
the bass shop.
I think I know exactly where it is. It's on Chandler.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Chandler where they build this new like walk path.
Oh, I know.
It's,
no,
it's in
this-
an
this was-
industrial zone.
Very industrial.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is, bro. I can show it to you.
Okay.
Nice.
It's like
Yeah.
he doesn't even have a sign on it. I don't
No.
think.
But
Ah.
you like through the window, you can see the guy has like his desk set up with like a bunch of like compressors and
I
stuff.
don't
That's
know.
sick.
Maybe so. You walk in, it's like 2 doors. Like it's like there's like
Yeah.
so you walk in, it's like a waiting. I don't know, like a
Yeah,
okay. Like
bro,
an
he
old
has like
house.
fucking like 5 1176s there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I remember because I don't know if they still have. They used to have a sign that said like lockout spaces for rental.
Oh okay.
So when I moved there, I was like, "Yo, like, do you have spaces?" Like, no. Okay. All right, dude. No worries.
Bro, I remember that first lockout we went through that you used to have.
Yeah.
When we, dude,
the
that's
small
how I met
one.
you. That's how I met you.
Which one was it?
The pretty crammed one in
It was like a
Culver
garage.
City, I want to
Oh,
say.
in Culver.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You went there?
Did John go there?
No, I went to the one we rehearsed for the.
Oh,
T-pop
I know
show.
what you're talking
Oh,
about. That was also
yeah.
North Hollywood, right?
It was like
Or
in
Van
Van Nuys.
Nuys,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. It was in a garage.
That was fun. I remember that. That was like one of our first rehearsals as
That
a
was
band.
the
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah.
I was so intimidated. I was like, these guys are
In a
such
little
pros.
garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember, Flo, you were so kind. You were like, we did In the Stars, whatever, and I was like, you're playing it, whatever. And I don't know why you said it, but you're like, oh, yeah, it's a good song. And just you saying that, I was like, oh, thank
Aw.
God. Like,
Yeah, it's a great fucking song.
It is a
bro.
great
Yeah.
song. Thank
yeah,
you.
I love that song.
But it was just so like, because I show up, I haven't been to a fucking rehearsal with a full band, like, especially you guys, like playing shows all the time and everything. I hadn't done that in years. And, or, not that long, but like at that level, I'd say years. And it was like, T-pop was already established. And I was like, oh man, like, I don't know what's going to happen with this. Like, I hope they like me kind of thing. And then you guys were just so nice. And it was super cool.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. It was super fun. But yeah, I got to get myself a Martin,
Do it.
like a really nice acoustic. But I'll buy the synth before I do that. I already.
Bro, don't look at my Sweetwater card. It's disgusting.
I've never looked at my gear card. I just have it
Dude.
set for automatic payments, and I'm like, as long as I'm not getting paying
No,
interest,
I don't
care.
have a card. I have like I like add
cart.
shit to my cart,
Oh yeah.
oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
cart. Yeah.
bro. It's like
I get it.
nuts.
I get
Do you
it.
use Sweetwater typically? It's the same, like.
No, usually I try to buy stuff used.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Smart.
when I can find it.
I think guitars I like to buy them new.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something nice about knowing that like I'm going to make this thing what it is one
Yeah,
day.
I see what you mean, bro. There used to be this Aston Martin advertisement in magazines when I was a kid. It's like this extremely hot chick in like lingerie. There's like, she's like back to you. It's like a very nice picture, and the caption is like, you're not the first one, but do you really care?
That's amazing.
It's to this day, I think it's
Wow.
the best advertising I've ever
That's
seen.
crazy.
It's so
That works.
true though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like that's how I feel like.
What was the point of that ad though? Like I'm confused.
Oh,
with
I
the
think
car.
because they
Used
just started
cars.
like a new used Aston Martin program.
Okay.
something.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, damn, dude. Was this really a point to that? It's just
Yeah.
Aston
But, bro,
Martin's
I mean,
my dream car.
yeah, me too, man. It's like
James
there's
Bond.
James Bond.
For
Bro.
real.
James knows. Do you think James uses a Juno?
Yeah.
If he were
Yeah.
to,
He's
he
got one
probably
built
did.
into his Aston Martin in the passenger seat.
That's how you get girls.
Just pops out.
That's how he gets girls. bro.
Glove compartment. Juno
Yeah.
pops out.
He has like a little serenade playing on the Juno, bro.
Automatic Juno.
Bro, it's funny you say that. Like, so I've seen Travis Barker 3 times in LA.
That's true. You keep
Yeah.
telling me.
So
Oh,
first
yeah,
time
yeah.
I saw him, it was for sure him. No one can fucking tell me otherwise. But I was like going surfing, and I had to get gas in Calabasas, and I was just like, it's just right off the highway, like nothing. I wasn't going into Calabasas or anything. And this Rolls Royce pulls up like into the pump like opposite of me, and I see like the shadow of his like skinny ass, like like. And I'm like, that's Travis Barker, and he gets out and he starts pumping his own gas, and I'm just like, that's fucking Travis Barker.
That's
Oh
crazy.
my God. And I just moved here. Like, you have no
Yeah,
idea.
that's sick.
The impression that dude made on my life is just
I mean,
ridiculous.
yeah.
So many people. But so I saw him that time, didn't say a word, obviously. 4 times. Actually, I have 4 times. This is crazy. So the next time I was at a pumpkin patch with Ellie.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, like, it was ridiculous. Like, the energy changed. Like, everyone's like, oh. And, like, Kardashian, whatever, Courtney.
Oh.
Is it
Wow.
Courtney? And him are walking, like, holding hands. And, like, everyone's like, oh, my God. I can't imagine living like that, by the way.
No, yeah.
Like, it was actually insane. I didn't
Yeah.
even, like, I was like, I don't want to bother them. You know, I just kind of looked away. But, like, that was him. And then I'm driving down the 405. And he has a very distinct Rolls Royce. It's, like, the SUV one.
Mm.
Same thing. Like, I just see his ass, like, flying.
He's
But I look,
driving.
like, oh, that's Travis Barker. I see his head again. Like, same
He's
thing.
driving.
Yeah.
And we were on the phone.
No, next time.
Oh, okay.
On the, it sounds like I'm stalking him. I'm not. Like,
No,
but
no.
It's just a unique
your
car.
energy's logged up.
Yeah, I guess. But it's just a unique car you see. And then, again, like, I'm driving to the studio one day. And actually, I was going to that Guitar Center, I think, because I had to pick up some stuff.
Yeah. I remember.
And I'm on the 101, and there he is, like, right behind me, pulls up, like, slow, like, going the same speed as me. I just, like, kind of peek over for a sec. I'm like, oh, shit, Travis Barker again. Like, it's crazy living here when that happens. Like, you notice it's like, it seems like, oh, who cares? It's just a person, but it does. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, someone who made an impact on your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
That's
living in the same
best.
city, doing the same shit. Like, they're just making music,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know? But that car,
That car is cool.
most people
Not
don't
many
drive
people.
those cars.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
they have someone drive it
Yeah,
for them.
especially Rolls Royce.
Drives like a race car, too. Dude,
That's
that
sick.
day in the
I
405.
bet. Wow.
That's probably
dope.
late for a flight. You ever hear his story about how he crashed in the plane? His plane crashed?
What?
Jesus.
So Travis
Private?
Barker, yeah. Dude, some of his friends died.
Oh.
And he had like crazy burns all over him.
Damn.
I had
and
no idea.
From that point on, he only took boats.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, until
Yeah,
this most
yeah.
recent Blink-182
It takes
tour.
like a month to get to fucking Europe. I don't know how long it takes.
Be a
on
nice
boat.
ride.
It would be.
Yeah.
Dude, cruise ship.
That's one of my dreams. To like, not even like a cruise ship, but like a cargo ship.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
No.
like roots, you know, like old school.
Yeah.
You just wake up like 6 a.m.
Eating
Like,
grain.
Homeboy is like, yo, this deck needs to be cleaned. Yeah, you just like,
Yeah, sounds really
Clean the deck. But
Only
not
dudes.
pleasurable.
But bro, that for me, that sounds like an adventure that I'll like. First of all, remember my entire life, and like that will inspire so much for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just, you know, it's like outside of time.
Do you ever want to do like a backpacking trip?
Oh, we're doing one with Warren. We're like planning it.
Oh, that's
Planning
sick.
it. Yeah.
Can I be
this
a part
year.
of it?
Yeah, sure, bro. That would be sick.
Invite
If you,
myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
come. It's
Where-
gonna be sick.
Where are you
Like,
gonna do it?
we have no clue. There,
Okay.
There's like we want to go like somewhere like pretty remote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds
And bro,
amazing.
with Warren, bro, I'm not scared. Like this guy can probably like I don't know. He probably knows how to cook a snake or something.
Yeah.
I feel
He's
like
on some Bear Grylls shit.
He has some stuff up his sleeve, bro. Like,
We all like show up and he like skydives down.
he just jumps, grabs a hawk on his way down. He's like,
I got us dinner.
got dinner.
Gets like new mittens. You're like, where'd you get those? Like, oh, I caught a bobcat last night. Tan the leather by the fire.
It's amazing.
I can't believe Warren's only, what, 24?
Yeah, he's the youngest.
bro.
Bro, but like he doesn't seem that young.
No.
Like he looks young, but he doesn't act. He's so mature.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I
grounded.
agree.
Yeah.
That's one thing in music. Like I notice a lot of people who are even like older, like people don't seem to be as grounded in like arts
Yeah.
and stuff sometimes. But when you meet Warren, I'm like, whoa, dude. Like I thought he was at least like 26, 27.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
young bull.
Mm-hmm.
A young bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that all the time.
That's a good saying. You're
Young
like a
bull.
young bull.
Young Bo.
I was not the first. People say it all the time. But yeah, it's we have a good little group, man. Things are going
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
good
Couldn't agree more.
for sure. I do have some shout outs because we're probably about time. But I have some
Yeah.
shout outs I want to make. This is like a once we get ads, this is what people have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to shout out some of the orgs that are supporting us on
Well, while you look for this, I'll
Yeah.
just shout out my new partner in crime, Bosphorus Symbols, that very kindly endorses me now
Nice.
that I'm representing. So yeah, shout out to you guys. You're fucking amazing. I just received my new symbols, and it's like mind blowing.
wow.
I'm so happy.
Bro, you should
So
see if you advertise it on this, like if they'll give out codes or something. Like if they use like
That's cool.
CLSTL
Yeah.
or FM, like
Yeah.
hit them up and see if they want to like
I'll
advertise.
definitely
'cause
do that.
I'd
yeah.
gladly like throw some ads into this because that's like the point eventually.
Mhm.
But That's awesome. So phosphorus symbols.
Bosphorus, yeah.
Bosphorus.
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 Like
I like
the
it.
Bosphorus Strait in Istanbul.
Oh, hell
'Cause
yeah.
they're from Turkey, yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out.
Super cool. Yeah, making our music better. So these are just some of the organizations that are like playlisting us, and like we're actually going to be on a radio in Brazil,
So
which is
Hell
pretty
yeah.
funny. Starting Monday, they're going to start playing our music with Otherworlds, which is pretty fucking sick. That's Alternative Hub. So you can go to like radioalternativerock.com. They're probably speaking in Portuguese, but you'll hear Otherworlds. If you wanna
Tudo
check it
bem.
out. Yeah. Folk Rock Alchemist is putting us on their indie rock playlist. It's got a bunch of listeners. It's pretty big. It's pretty cool. So shout out to Folk Rock Alchemist. Roadie Music is also doing a blog review and adding us to some playlists. So shout out to Roadie Music. And then Oleata Indie is doing a blog post. So we'll post those. But shout out to those
awesome.
folks.
Shout out.
Really appreciate it. And it's part of our journey. So, and shout out to you all listening. Thank you so much. I think I was like, what should we call them? It's like the Celestials.
The
like-
Celestials.
Yeah.
The
Celestial
Celestials.
lights.
The Celestialites.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Celestials. So, yeah, shout out to y'all. Thanks so much for listening. We'll keep this train going. And yeah, that's it for me. Neal, you got anything?
I'm chilling.
Hell yeah. As always, brother. Good shit. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
So far away for too long. I just need you to love me. Thinking about all of our songs that I sing incorrectly. And there's no way this is my life. I must be some amazing guy. The feeling I get when I look you in your eyes. Oh, it's not right. Taking your clothes off one by one. These times we rise, I've come undone. There's no way this is my life. I must be